Ecuador is one of the most wonderful places in the planet. I was lucky to be born there and to be brought up there. I attended the American school in Quito, so from kindergarten on I was getting a bilingual education in both English and of course Spanish. Also, my father liked to travel around, so I got to experience from a very young age the tremendous biodiversity that Ecuador has, and thanks to that I think I became a biologist. Ecuadorian people are incredibly friendly. They are absolutely outgoing and nice, and I haven't ever met an Ecuadorian I didn't like. But I'm, of course, maybe a little prejudiced about that. Then the country is tiny, but if you don't like the weather, just go up or down the mountain. It has every climate in the world. You can go and see the snow peaks of the Andes, or you can be in a beach in the Pacific, and no country has the Galapagos Islands. Part of my upbringing, of course, was our senior trip with my class was to the Galapagos. So I got to play with sea lions. One thing that Ecuador does have that is not great is their political system. At the time I graduated from high school, the present president declared himself supreme chief and closed the universities. He actually took kids out so there was no option to go and study in the Ecuadorian universities. And I thought I would have better opportunities. The counselor at the American school suggested Rider University, and that's how I ended up going there. I know the country like I don't think anybody knows Ecuador. One of the most exciting things I've had the chance of doing is working on the lakes of the Amazon rainforest, especially a region known as Cuyabeno. Galapagos is amazing. It's beautiful. It has too many tourists. That's a problem now. Too many people. But you still can see things. It's protected, so you can see amazing bird life. And then there's the Andes, and the peacefulness of mountain climbing was one of the things I did. I was part of a club in high school. We had the Club de Andinismo, we called it, and that's how I got to know some of the beautiful high Andes mountain lakes. At the time, nobody had studied lakes in Ecuador, and comparing lakes in the high Andes with the Amazon, with salt craters in the Galapagos, is an incredibly interesting, from the science point of view, a very interesting problem to solve, and nobody had ever done that before, and now there's a lot of interest. I just published a paper on the history of limnology in Ecuador. It was possible because I had the resources here in the United States to do that. And it was possible at Northern especially for a very unique thing, is I could have tons of undergraduates and I can just give them lakes to study. I miss Ecuador every day. I tell that to my sister. I think I miss the people. I miss my family that lives in Ecuador. And I do miss I miss the climate. I don't like the winters here. I don't like the cold. One thing that bothers me about Ecuadorians, and I always tell them that, is that they have I would say, they love things from the outside. And they're always, most Ecuadorians are saying, okay, I will believe that because somebody in the United States said it, but they won't believe it if another Ecuadorian said it. That hopefully is changing, but that xenophilia, I would call it, a love of the foreign, and because of that, Ecuadorians have adapted and taken in a lot of things that are foreign, from music to all kinds of things. But and they are forgetting that there's so much that's real Ecuadorian that they can actually be proud of. And so I'm proud of being an Ecuadorian, and I'm proud to have grown up there and been able to contribute to the country by doing my limnological research. I'm proud that I have another Ecuadorian interviewing me because that's very important, I think. And it's a tiny country, but it has so much to offer to the whole world, actually.
Ever since I came here, the only